life to me is an art, and it's also, where everything that I see, that people that talks, in the languages is like in the music, and so and that's how I see it, and that's how I hear the people that talk in the languages, in different languages that I hear, and some people would think that the English language is like the something that that I guess they speak it every day, they hear it every day, that it's not so interesting, but it is interesting, even that, however you phrase the certain word that means one thing, and then in different settings, it's like our own language, the Miccosukee language, the Miccosukee Seminole language. It's like like you always say, when you're greeting, "Chihan tamo," we don't really do that as per se in our own settings, like that, yeah, let's go like that, So, but that's how we try to tell the people that that's how we do it, greeting, the "Chihan tamo," like that, So, and but in the normal setting, like everyday language is like it's like a hello, hey, how you doing, like that, "Chihan tamo hilolo," like that, When we came that in on this earth, that and that we were set up to learn, and so and that's what I always tell the children, that the kids, or the young people in general, just talk to them about learning, and because something that my grandfather used to say, you never learn enough, so you never learn enough, and that's true, So the things that that I've learned when I was younger, from my grandfathers and my uncles and my dad, my parents, that I use today, that because that's what they taught me, to be helpful to the people, So I always try to be available, whatever I can do, something for them, especially in the ceremonial settings. We help one another to build to put up the tent, or to put up the chiki, or to put up different things, stuff like that, So that's it. I pass on that that learning that I did in my earlier years to the young today, So I get together with the young people, and I talk about all of these things. I enjoy talking to people, and learning, relearning, and so because today, I got grandchildren, so I try and pass on those teachings that I've learned when I was a kid, So, and they're learning, and so it's good, Talk about the Mother Earth, that appreciates what we do because we're from the earth, So there, we have to respond to teachings that were put upon us, so that we can carry on, and that. And the nature is always good, because sometimes we think that our earth in the areas is not being treated right. One of the things that I've learned from my grandfather, that I talk about, the spirits of the earth, and the spirits of the universe, and spirits of the earth is like when we have to go cut the tree for something, even the firewood to build a fire, they are tree keepers, and so we have to get in good with them, and to do that is to use a prayer, and then so we use it, and then so we ask it, and then they let us have it, so we ask permission to pick that up, even though it's a dead wood, it's been dead for years, and it's on the ground, we're removing it from there, so we have to ask permission, So all of those things that that my grandfather used to talk about, that I've learned today, I've seen it today, that it's very necessary, because that's what makes one's life balance, in that way you're in harmony with the nature, You're in harmony with the earth, you're in harmony with the universe and the people around you. And that's what makes it so, so colorful and so, it's just beautiful in that way, so. When you get up in the morning, you fix you make up your bed, you straighten out, your room and everything, and then you're ready for the day, you're ready to greet the day, so that's one of the things that, that I was taught that I still do today, and as long as I'm able, I'm going to do whatever I can, so that's very important to me, in taking care of yourself, taking care of your, the area that you live in, your dwelling place, And one of the things that I usually say is that, because of the things that, that I have, because the Creator, made it possible, so that's why I have these things, I really don't have it. The way I say it is that it's just for me to maintain them, and take care of them, because it's not like I'm going to take it with me when I die. So, so it's just, it happens, as long as, like guitar, I'll have it while I'm here, but I won't have it when I die, I won't have it, I won't take it with me. So it's just, I'm sure it has a spirit, just like everything else, so however that's going to go, that's how it's going to be, And that's something that I will never know until I get there, so.